What's up guys, Juan here, back here with another video. Today's video we are doing some more gaming content, giving you guys a video on the Nintendo 64. All video games are going to be ranked here. I cannot wait to basically do this. There's a bunch of games here, we have a lot to go through, but I'm very excited to make this video. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like down below and also drop a comment and subscribe to the channel, so that way you guys will get more content like this, because I am definitely excited to continue basically doing these type of console games, tier lists, and we're going to start with the N64. We have so many games to go through. Look at this entire list. I'm very excited. Alright, so I did it right here, so I just changed it up a bit. We're ranking these games from S, A, B, C, D, F, and never played. Basically, never played will go on, obviously, never played. A game that I reviewers absolutely not good, put it in F. You know, it's really not good, but it's okay, I guess. It will be on D. C is not bad, not good. It's kind of in the middle, will be in C. A pretty solid, decent game will go on B. A really good game will go on A, and then the top tier games from the console will go on S. I am gonna let you guys know right now. There's so many games here, so I'm very interested to see on what I think right here, but can't wait. We're starting off with Beast Wars. This is going enough. This game sucks. Madden. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The only sports games I've played have been like the more recent ones. I definitely do plan on playing a lot of the old sports games, but for now I'm gonna put this in never played. Rampage 2. This game is very interesting. I really do like this game. I'm gonna put it in C. It was pretty decent. Army Men. I think this is Sarge's Heroes 2. I'm gonna put this in C. It was pretty decent. It was pretty good. I actually really liked it. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I'm gonna put that in A. That shit was amazing. Any Tony Hawk Pro Skater game is super fun. Honestly, I really hope they made like a different new one. Obviously, I know they released the remakes of 1 and 2. I hope they can make a new one in the series, because I think that was great. Army Men Air Combat. I'm gonna put this in B. The Air Combat was interesting. Actually, no. I'm gonna put this in C, put this in B, because Sarge's Heroes 2 was better than Air Combat. Worms Armageddon's in A. Worms Armageddon is easily probably the best Worms game. This game came out on multiple different consoles, on the PS1 and the Dreamcast and so on and so forth. If you have the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium subscription, you can even play the Worms Armageddon because it is on the PS1, 2, and the PSP collection. So if you want to play that, there you go. Aero Gauge, I'm going to put this in C. It's a pretty solid racing game, I do have to admit. I just like... The thing I loved about racing games on the N64 was how wacky and very, like, fast-paced it felt. It was really interesting. This is the Atari collection. I'm gonna put it in C. You know where you're getting with the Atari collection at this point. It's all the classic games from the video games first era, so I mean, it makes sense. My favorite video game series of all time, our first S-Rank game, Super Smash Bros., the original 1999 release for the N64. I fucking love this game. The original 8 characters are the definitive 8 Nintendo characters I would say you put on this game. Then the 4 unlockables, and Captain Falcon, Ness, Jigglypuff, and Luigi are all some great unlockables there, and the way how you even unlock them is very interesting, because you have to do specific things in order to unlock them, which I really liked. But this game is very fun. It's a great start to my favorite video game series of all time. Brawl is my favorite video game of all time, so really love the original Super Smash Bros. Here. Army Men Sarge's Heroes. I'm going to put it in B as well. The Sarge's Heroes line series of the Army Men was really good in my opinion. Banjo-Tooie, I'm gonna put it in A. Banjo-Tooie is a very good game, but I don't think it holds up the same way as I feel like the first one did. It is a good sequel though. The gameplay is still really great, and you know, just looking back on the Banjo-Kazooie and the Banjo-Tooie series, I really wish the company that made these games, Rare, would still be able to make some of these types of games again. Because remember, on the N64 they had these games, they had Conquer, they had all these games, so I really hope that they do continue. Hopefully one day they come back and make these sort of games again. The fuck is this? Never played that. Bomberman Hero. Put this in C. All-Star Baseball. Bomberman Hero is pretty decent, but I feel like there's another one better on that I'm gonna get to soon. Banjo-Kazooie 1, this is an S-tier game. I think everybody knows how incredible the first Banjo-Kazooie is. I mean, Rare did an incredible fucking job with Banjo-Kazooie, because Banjo-Kazooie is a series that I still cannot believe we're not getting a new title in soon, because man, were those games incredible during the N64, and I really do hope they do bring the series back at some point and make another sequel. Bomberman 64, I'm going to put this in A. This was a really fun Bomberman game. You know, a lot of the platformers on the N64, unironically, was trying to be like Super Mario 64, so you could see what they was trying to go here with Bomberman. Not really sure what that is. Battle Tank Global Assault. This is great. I'm gonna put that in B. I don't know what the fuck that is. Bomberman 64, the second attack. This will go on B. It's not the same level as the first one in my opinion. Battle Tanks. I'm gonna put this in B tier as well with the Global Assault. The Bugs Life video game, this is going in D. I actually find it alright, but it's not that great. Command and Conquer. This is a great game. I'm putting this, I wouldn't say it's like A tier, or even B, C. I'm gonna put, actually, now that I think about it again, it's not that great. I'm gonna put this in D. California Speed. Ooh, this is going to D. Actually, no, this is going to C. It was pretty alright. I'm trying to wait till we get to these racing games. Here they comes. Cruisin'. Oh, baby. Cruisin' USA is an A. And then Cruisin' World, I put that in B. The Cruisin' racing games are fucking phenomenal. I love those games. They're so good. They are really good games, and I believe they made more Cruisin' games on the GameCube, but man, were the Cruisin' games incredible on the N64, man. Dude, just looking at this list, there's so many games to go through. The South Park games, I really love the South Park games. I'm gonna put all of them in A tier. I really love the South Park games. I know the first one has to do with you throwing snowballs at turkeys. They're just fun and wacky to me, because South Park is my favorite show. So literally just like, the South Park games literally are incredible, and you know, this one is incredible too. They even have a racing game on the N64, which I really liked. Is this Castlevania 64? It is. I'm putting this in F. This game sucks. Castlevania, I feel like, is a series that should only stay as a 2D, because I don't know how I feel about it in 3D. The way how they transitioned to it on the N64 was abysmal. And this one, I'm just gonna put it there. Destruction Derby 64. Destruction Derby. Whoops. 64, I'm putting that in C. It was pretty alright. Doom 64. I'm putting that in C. Because, no, I'm gonna put it in B. It's Doom, you know what I mean? It is what it is. A lot of people don't really like Doom 64 from what I should retract that. Some people like Doom 64, some people don't. Me, I like it because it's just more Doom, you know what I mean? Donkey Kong 64. Is this an S or an A? I would say A, because there's... I would say A, yeah, because I feel like in terms of like other games, I feel like there's more like top tier in 64 games than Donkey Kong 64, but Donkey Kong 64 is still incredible. Is this the Donald Duck platformer? It is. I'm gonna put this in C. It's like a sort of Crash Bandicoot style platformer. I really like that. This is the South Park game I was talking about. You throw the snowballs at the turkeys. Fucking wacky ass cartoony games. Shit was mad fun. And even with the South Park games that come out nowadays, man, it's incredible how the TV show adaptation has evolved into video games. It's really cool. Is this Extreme G? It is Extreme G. Oh my god, do I love Extreme G. Extreme G is literally what I mean, dude. It's so wacky. It's so fun of a racing game. That's what I loved about the racers in the N64, bro. They were so awesome. Star Wars Racer. Now I know what this is. This is a pretty alright racer. Gotta admit. It's nothing like... You know, it's nothing crazy. It's just like a normal racer. You know what I mean? It's just where it's what you would have expected from a Star Wars racing game, to be honest. Can't even see that. What the fuck does that say? Quest 64. This is an RPG game. How would I rank this? I'm gonna put it in B. I found it pretty decent of an RPG game. It's pretty solid. The only reason why I might put it in C is because it's kind of janky. But I feel like other than that, the game is pretty solid. The RPG elements for it was pretty interesting. The enemies you went up against this game is pretty insane. Bass Hunter 64. This one I'm gonna put in C as well. This was okay. Pokemon Puzzle League. I'm gonna put this in C. It's like it's like one of those like normal ass puzzle games that like try to be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like those types of games are okay to me. Like I like how they are in Mario Party because like they're just a mini game you can get through, but like in terms of a whole game, essentially for it, it's not really my type of thing. But I mean, I like the cover of it because I do like the Pokemon anime, so I do like the Ash Ketchum and like, you know, Pikachu, Squirtle, Bulbasaur on here. But you know, I feel like it's just like an okay puzzle game. This is the Razor Scooter game. This one's interesting. I'm gonna put this in C. This game is a fucking weird game to come out, but it was because it was trying to promote the Razor Scooters. This shit was so dumb. Conker's Bad Fur Day. This shit is incredible. This I'm putting an S. This game from Rare was fucking awesome. And you know what's crazy? Most of these N64 games came out in like mid to late 90s. This game fucking came out in 2001. This game literally came out, I believe, the same year as the GameCube. The GameCube came out, I believe, in 2000 or 2001. This shit was insane. Like, Star Fox 64 is an S. This is quintessentially the definitive Star Fox game. Because later on, you know, Star Fox, the Wii U one wasn't all that, from what I know, which kind of sucks. But I hope they make a good Star Fox game in the Switch. And, I mean, Star Fox 64 is the quintessential Star Fox game. I mean, even then, the original one in the SNES was very revolutionary for what it was. And I feel like Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64 is probably the best Star Fox game, definitely, that we've gotten. There's some good GameCube ones, which I can't wait to probably talk about those, because I feel like Star Fox had a interesting record, to say the least, because they had multiple games on there. F-Zero X, I'm putting this in A. F-Zero to me is always a fun racing type of genre because of the way how they do the racing mechanics and the racing and how the racing is in that game. I found it very fun, and F-Zero X honestly might be one of the best F-Zero games out there. It's really incredible, and honestly, I just wish they made a new one also nowadays. It's crazy that there's not that many. GT64. This I'm gonna put in C. Most of what I said about some other racers that are in C, like California Speed, Destruction Derby, and not Destruction Derby, sorry, California Speed and stuff like that, and Aero Gauge, I feel like it land towards here. GoldenEye 007, this is an S tier. This is a revolutionary first-person shooter game. The single player was incredible, but everybody knows about how crazy the multiplayer was during that, and I'm so happy that they're adding the online multiplayer for this game on Nintendo Switch Online. Man, it's just incredible that they're doing that. Glover, this I do know about. This is okay. I'm gonna put it in C. This and another game that's coming up, there's a reason why the other game is gonna be higher than Glover, but there was a lot of interesting platformers that were on the N64, and Glover was definitely one of them to me. It was pretty alright. It's nothing like B or A tier, kind of great, pretty solid, decent, or great, but I would say it's pretty alright, you know, so that's why I'm going to put it in C. Hercules, I know about this game. This game sucks. This game looks awful, and also this game's controls are absolute horseshit. This game sucks. I have played this game. This is a cool one. I really like this game, actually. This is going in C as well. I kind of look at it the same way as some of the others on here. This is the Hot Wheels game. I'm going to put this in B. This Hot Wheels game was really fun. Space Invaders. I'm going to put this in C. It's Space Invaders. You know where you're getting with Space Invaders. This Atari Classic going to the N64 just being more Space Invaders. That's all I can say. Oh, this is the Gemini game. Fucking love this. The Gemini game's like pretty decent. Or from Gym 3D. Oh, putting that in B. Or from Gym 3D is incredible. The Jeopardy game. It's Jeopardy. You know where you're getting with Jeopardy. Snowboard Kids 2, this is going in A. The only reason why I'm not putting it in S is because I feel like there's other games that can be in the top tier, but Snowboard Kids 1 and 2, holy cow, are they some of the probably some of the best snowboarding games you'll find out there. They are so fucking fun. They're so great at snowboarding games. If you haven't played them, please check them out. The courses are fun. Everything about it is super, really fun. I definitely recommend you go out and play it. It's really good. Kirby and the Crystal Shards. This is the Kirby 64 game. I'm actually going to put this in S. This game is really fun. This is the way how you transition Kirby as the way he is to 3D, and I also love the fact that you can also have 2 copy abilities at the same time. I really love the mix and match that you could have done in that game. The game is fun. I definitely recommend you play this Kirby game because it is fun. Is it on Nintendo Switch Online? I'm trying to think. Probably is, to be honest. But this, I think everybody has played. Mario Kart 64. This is going in S. I think everybody can agree that Mario Kart 64 is, without a doubt, an incredible racing game. But the more I feel like I look at this game, the more I've realized how the series of Mario Kart in 3D has gone better. Because in my opinion, I think Double Dash is better than this. I think Mario Kart Wii is definitely better than this, because Mario Kart Wii is my favorite Mario Kart. And, I mean, 7 and 8 to me are better than this. So, I think it was a great start, but I feel like in terms of how it lives up in the long run, I feel like the other 3D Mario Kart games have done better, essentially, in the long run than Mario Kart 64. But that doesn't take away from this game. The tracks are fantastic in this game. A lot of the things that you're able to do in this game is incredible. When you get hit by objects, though, it does take a bit of time for the character to get back to be able to control on the track. But I feel like other than that, despite all that, the game is still really fun. The game is really great, and I do like how they designed it. The 3D models look cool and quirky. That's what I like about the models in the Mario Kart game. In Mario Kart 64, they looked cool, looked nice, and yeah, I mean, just in general, the tracks were fun. Everything was great about the game. I just think compared to other Mario Kart games, though, I feel like everybody can agree on what I said before. First Mario Party, I'm putting this in A. This was the beginning of an incredible time for Mario Party, because everybody can pretty much agree that the first trilogy was incredible, and 4 was great as well. Which I'm excited to get on to what I have to say about Mario Party and the GameCube, because the Mario Party on the GameCube was very mixed. I think everybody can agree on that, because a lot of people said there was a stretch of the GameCube Mario Party games that just wasn't that great, but I'm definitely going to get into that stuff, because I'm somebody that actually really enjoys the Mario Party, all of the Mario Party games basically, except for 10, because I didn't like 10, but yeah, the first Mario Party was great. The minigames was great. The tug of war game is basically a death sentence for your N64 controller in this game. But I love the boards. You know, the boards were incredible in this game, and I also loved how the boards in the first game were basically based off of the characters and stuff. Like Yoshi had his island, Mario basically had the essentially what is the Rainbow Road to 64. You know, Donkey Kong had the jungle, Peach had the cake. You know, all that stuff. Yoshi had his island, like I mentioned earlier. Like, all the boards in this game was fun. So yeah, definitely A tier deserved. This is Lego Racers. I'm gonna put this in C. It's a racing game of, like, Legos, you know. But Mega Man 64 is great. Obviously, this game also was ported into other consoles. I believe it's called Mega Man Legends on the other consoles, on the PS1 and Dreamcast. This game is great, obviously. This is my first Mega Man 3D game, I believe, and it is really great and really fun. Definitely recommend it. This is a great transition for Mega Man to the 3D. The 3D aspect of gaming. The original Mario Tennis. I'm gonna put this in B. This is a good tennis game. Mario, surprisingly, has always had... Not surprisingly, but Mario's always had good sports games, like when it comes to Mario and, like, tennis, golf, or, you know, stuff like that. So I feel like Mario Tennis was really good. I definitely think it deserves a B. And speaking of Mario sports games, here's Mario Golf, which we're putting in B. Same song and dance. This is a great golf game. However, golf, basically after the original one and maybe even the GameCube one, was there even a good Mario Golf? No, I don't even think there was. But I know the golf game, I believe on the Wii U wasn't that great, but I heard the Switch one was okay. So, I mean, golf is probably the one that has, like, the weirdest track record, but I still feel like it's pretty decent. Mickey Speedway USA. I do know about this game. Put it in C. It's just okay. Paper Mario. This is an S. And you know what's insane? The Paper Mario game on the GameCube is better, like, like probably one of the best in the series. Even though I'm a guy that loves Super Paper Mario, but still, the original Paper Mario is great. The narrative and the main story of this game is really good to me, and also the way how they, you know, just designed this game was beautiful to look at in terms of how it was made out of, because the game's made basically through paper. So it was a cool design choice, and I definitely do like the Paper Mario series. This is a Tetris game? This is a Mickey Mouse Tetris game? Never played that. Mario Party 3, this is a great game. It has an incredible board in I believe it's called Wildwoods, yeah. Wildly Woods, which is a great board to me. The boards and the mechanic of this game is really nice. And this is also the first Mario Party with a story mode, which is I like. This game also had Daisy and Waluigi in it. For the first time, we had different characters than the original 6 that you were able to choose from in the first 2 Mario Parties. So I definitely would say that's an A. However, those two do not compare to one of the best in the entire Mario Party series in Mario Party 2. Mario Party 2 and 8 are both of my favorite Mario Party games, and I just really love Mario Party 2. The boards in this game is incredible. Pyroland, Westernland, Horrorland, you know, and Spaceland. All of these boards were incredible. The mini games were awesome. The one that you go through the mansion, on the Boo's Mansion, oh man, that mini game was fucking awesome. I loved a lot of the mini games in this game. The boards were great. You know, Westernland is one of my favorite boards of all time in the Mario Party series. Oh man, Mario Party 2 is just incredible. Please, if you haven't played the original N64 Mario Party games, give it a try, because they're some of the best the series has to offer. Excitebike 64. I'm gonna put this in B. Excitebike 64 was a very interesting take for Excitebike. Obviously, it was one of the series that was brought back to the N64 as one of the original NES franchises for Nintendo, and Excitebike 64 delivered. It was a pretty good Excitebike game. Dr. Mario 64. Sadly, this did come out on the N64, but I'm gonna put it in D. It was okay. It almost is F. It almost is actually bad. Surprisingly, there was one Mario game that I wouldn't consider that crazy on the N64, and it was definitely this one. Look at all the other Mario games that I've put on the list so far. They're all basically phenomenal fucking bangers. And then you have Dr. Mario. Thank God he's not an F. His game's just okay. This is the other GoldenEye game. This one I'll put an A. Not the same level as the first one, but it's still really good. It's GoldenEye. So I'll definitely put it in A. Pokemon Stadium. Everybody knows this is an S. Pokemon Stadium is fucking amazing. I mean, this is like, the amount of Pokemon battles that you can have in this game that are just top tier is amazing. Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2 are really some incredible Pokemon games. I wonder why they don't make Pokemon games like this, like, right now. Like, these types of Pokemon games would be great to have right now. Perfect Dark, oh man, this is an S. Perfect Dark is fucking awesome, man. This game's design, the way how it controls the gameplay, the story, the design, oh my god, does this game do everything well for an N64 game. Perfect Dark, please play it if you haven't. This game is fucking awesome. Pokemon Snap, this is another game going on the S. It's crazy how different this N64 game and how mildly better it is than new Pokemon Snap, because I've heard so much people talk that the new Pokemon Snap is not a good game, but everybody can tell you that the original Pokemon Snap is incredible. This is a great journey, taking pictures of the Pokemon and stuff like that, just seeing all the Pokemon and just going on this calm, relaxing adventure. Just, you know, Pokemon Snap, you know, it's a great game. Definitely try it out. That's why it's an S tier. Hey You Pikachu. This game I'm gonna put in D. Pikachu half the time doesn't even respond to what you want, so the mechanic itself doesn't really work. So, it doesn't even do what you want half the time, so I'm putting it in D. What the heck? It's Pokemon Stadium. Again, this doesn't even look like the cover for Stadium 2 though. Stadium 2 on here? Where's Stadium 2? Is Pokemon Stadium 2 on here? If it's not, I'll just treat this as Pokemon Stadium 2. I don't see it, so yeah, I'm gonna put Pokemon Stadium again up on S. Oh wait, this is Pokemon Stadium 2. This was Pokemon Stadium 2. Whoops, this is Pokemon Stadium 1. Yeah, both Pokemon Stadium 1 and Pokemon Stadium 2 both deserve to be on S. Absolutely. So, there you go. The Powerpuff Girls game, this I know. This is okay. It's just a simple beat-em-up battle game. And this is the South Park racing game I was talking about. South Park Rally. Putting that in A. Man, with the South Park game's awesome on the N64. Pilot Wings 64, I'm going to put this in B. This is an interesting Pilot Wings game, and it's an interesting take on the series. So, I really do like it, and it just got added to Nintendo Switch Online. So, it was a cool game, and it was a launch and it was an N64 launch title. Quake 2, this is going on A. The Quake games on the N64 were really good. Surprisingly, I haven't seen the other ones yet, but the Quake 2 was really good. Quake 1, gonna put it as well there. Quake 2, I might put that in S. Quake 2 was definitely a top tier game in the N64. Quake 1 was still good, but it wasn't the same level as Quake the sequel. The original Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I'm a person who loves the Rainbow Six series. Siege is an incredible game. I love Rainbow Six Siege, the PS4 Rainbow Six game. The original was really cool. Resident Evil 2. Everybody knows where this is going. This is an S. The Resident Evil, the originals are really good. This game did come out on PlayStation 1 as well, but it still holds up really well. The Rampage again. This Rampage, I put it in C. I'm gonna put it in C again. I feel like it makes sense. Put it right there. It's almost the same thing. Rush 2049. I like this game. This is like a futuristic racing game. I really liked it. It was really cool and interesting to me. Evolt. This I played as well. Also B. It was really good. Turok. Sorry. Turok. The Turok games are fucking awesome. They're going in A. Actually, the first Turok is going in S. That one was awesome. This I did play. It's going in C. There's a bunch of racing games on the N64 that I would say were pretty decent, so, and this one joins that collection of the bunch. Snowboard Kids 1, a lot of you know where I'm putting this in A, along with Snowboard Kids 2. Again, the gameplay is phenomenal, the courses are incredible. Please try out 1 and 2, they're easily some of the best snowboarding games out there. Spider-Man, this is going in A. Spider-Man game on the N64 and the Dreamcast and PS1, you know, this Spider-Man game was really good. Super Mario 64, everybody knows where this is going in S tier. Super Mario 64, I mean, it's the N64 launch title, it's the beginning of the transition for 3D, it's literally one of the most revolutionary video game titles of all time. Super Mario 64 is just that game, and I am doing a 100% walkthrough of this game right now on the channel, which I am going to be continuing on. Superman 64 though, this game sucks. Oh my god, the controls in this game are awful. Holy shit, this game is one of the worst controlled games probably of all time. This game is horrible. And the camera, oh my, it's like one of the worst cameras of all time also. This game is fully on bad. Oh my god, like such a horrible game. StarCraft 64. I did play this. Put it in C. It's pretty alright. This game was the one I was talking about. With the Glover, the interesting platformers. But this one's going to B. The Rocket game was really cool. And by the way, this company, you'll be surprised at the games they made later on. The company that made Rocket was the company that made Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, I'm being dead ass. The same company that made this Rocket game was the same company to go on to make Ghost of Tsushima, which is insane to think about. Yeah, you'll be surprised with some companies that made some of these former N64 titles who went on to basically make some fucking amazing games later on. Like, some of these companies started off with like some of these platforms, and later on you find out they made Final Fantasy VII Remake, or like they went on to make... Okay, Final Fantasy VII Remake is a stretch, but they go on to make like Doom Eternal and stuff like that. It's like, what the heck? Animal Crossing New Horizons, dude. Like, you'll be surprised. This is a Star Wars game. I believe this is Shadows of the Empire, which I'll put in C. Turok 2's in A. I still think the original Turok was the best, but Turok 2's definitely up there. 1080 snowboarding, I'm gonna put this in C. It's definitely not the same levels as Snowboard Kids, but this is definitely an alright snowboarding game. It even has it's one of those games as well, who also had a sequel on the GameCube. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, this is an A. Everybody knows that. The Tony Hawk Pro Skater games are phenomenal. The WF games, I'm gonna put all of them in B. They were really decent. Tom and Jerry game. Oh wait, I know this game. Oh yeah, this is a C. This is pretty alright. Turok 3. I'm gonna put this one in B. I feel like 1 deserves S, 2 deserves A, and then 3 deserves B. It's kind of crazy how the quality of the games just kind of went. Play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. It's another Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. Do you know how good they are? It's going in A. This is another Turok game. Oh, this is Turok Rage Wars. This is Turok. This is the original Turok, I believe. And then this is Turok Rage Wars. If this is Rage Wars, then I'm putting this in B. But if this is the original Turok, then I'm putting it in S. So yeah, there you go. I'm just realizing, I don't think I see Diddy Kong Racing in this. So I'm gonna put this Worms Armageddon game as Diddy Kong Racing once I get to it. Revenge. This is a B tier game. Revenge is fucking fun. Some of these wrestling games that came out during 1964 with some of the peak wrestling games. Nitro goes on B as well. Oh man, some of these wrestling games, man, really some of the stuff. Wheel of Fortune, it's Wheel of Fortune, you know where you're getting with Wheel of Fortune. Mayhem, it's another one, B. Another one. This one is the World Tour one? Yes, it is. Oh man, that one's good. This is Wave Race 64. Okay. So then, this game that I put here, I never played then. I was wondering where Wave Race 64 was. And then here's the Diddy Kong Racing thing I was gonna say. This one's an S. Yep. Pretty much, Diddy Kong Racing is such a crazy, fun, incredible game to come out. And it's not even a Donkey Kong title game. This is Diddy Kong. This is the second main character of Donkey Kong games. Which, it's still good. Like, it's such a fun racer. Like, man, it's insane, man. I really hope that game gets, like, a port or something on the Switch. Because it definitely deserves, like, a remake or something. I believe this is called Warzone. But, yeah, B. WrestleMania 2000. And then B, all the wrestling games were kind of the same, but they all were good, man. All going B. We're so good. Gex, oh my god, dude, Gex. This is going to B, bro. Gex is actually a fun platformer, man. Even this Gex game even is a B. They were just fun, dude. Gex is like one of those games where it was like, just you knew we were gonna have fun with them, man. The Gex 64 games, dude. This is Cruisin', I believe. Is this Cruisin' Exotica? Yeah, it is. This is tough. So I definitely believe Cruisin' USA is an A. Exotica, I'm gonna put it in B. I feel like that makes sense. Wait, this one I have played. Paperboy. Paperboy is a C. It's okay. Alright, Yoshi's Story, I'm putting this in A. I really love these type of Yoshi games because of the art design that goes into these games. I really love them. Yeah, I really love the art design in these types of Yoshi games because they just look super cute and beautiful to me. Like the environments, like just taking in the entire area and the way how it artistically looks is very beautiful to me. And the game is really fun. I love these types of Yoshi games. Harvest Moon, oh my god, this is an A. Harvest Moon is like a great ass game. Please play this game if you haven't. Harvest Moon 64 is super good. And it's crazy because this is like a huge like type of farming game, man. It's really good. Please play it. Ocarina of Time, and I see the two Legend of Zelda games. I've been waiting to rank. Ocarina of Time is an S. This is probably the greatest Legend of Zelda game of all time still to this day. This game is a revolutionary, 3D title for what it does. This is an incredible action-adventure game. The Link's adventure here is incredible, and I also loved how they just designed this game. This game is perfect for the way how they did it as the first Legend of Zelda in the 3D format. So, man, props to Nintendo, because they did a fantastic job with that one. Battlezone, I played this, but it wasn't really that great, so we put it in D. And thank God we're ending this tier list with an S tier with The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. This is one of the more darker toned Zelda games, and even one of the more harder Zelda games out there. And it's something, alright. I must tell you, man, the challenge of this game is really asking for it from you to do well. And I mean, yeah, that's the N64 tier list. Again, I'm gonna just look through real quick, because I feel like I have missed some games here. Because I probably have played them, but then was just like going through them. But I feel like I played one of these. I did play this Pac-Man game, actually. It wasn't really that good, though. I did play this Tarzan game. My fault. This is C. Yep. That was about it. Again, there's a bunch of N64 games, but now looking back on it, I'm definitely going to play all of these. But yeah, just to look at it, I completely agree with my S tier. There were really a lot of top tier N64 games, man. Super Smash Bros., Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Mario Party 2, the 2 Legend of Zelda games, just to name a few of them. And then you have some like incredible first-person shooters, GoldenEye 007, Perfect Dark. Then you have some great adventure games, Turok, horror, you have your Resident Evil 2, Quake 2 is awesome. The Pokemon games from this era were incredible, like Pokemon Snap and both Stadium games. Then the Rare Company did very well during this era. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day. And then you have some very interesting platformers. For instance, like you have Gex, you have Glover, you have Rocket, like just like 3D games you weren't expecting. Earthworm Jim 3D that were good. Bomberman had a great run during this era. The Snowboard Kids games, man, they were awesome. Then the GoldenEye 007 sequel, not the same level as the first one, but man, it was okay. South Park games were really fun. The Yoshi Story games, beautifully artfully looking. But there were some, actually, I just realized, I didn't see the Batman game. Where was it? Oh my god. I didn't even see the Batman game on here. Huh. Batman. Wow, I did not see the Batman game on here. I'm gonna take this game and act like it's the Batman game. It's still gonna be an F. And then there was a lot of cool racing games and a lot of good wrestling games that came out during this era too. Like all these like all these games right here, like World Tour, Mayhem, Nitro, Revenge, they were cool. And then the racing games like Aero Gauge, you know, the cruising games were top tier racing games. You know, man, it was awesome. And then like there's some Nintendo owned properties that didn't have like the best games, but they were okay. They weren't like these F tier games. Like, it's crazy. We started out this tier list with Beast Wars, which is not good, and then Castlevania wasn't that good to me either. Both of them. Hercules was really bad. Superman 64 is even worsely bad, and then Batman was. It wasn't as bad as Superman 64, but it was still bad. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with my tier list here. I definitely do think I ranked a bunch of games. They're very good. The next tier list I'm going to be doing is the Dreamcast, which I can't wait to do because I'm going to be ranking games like Shenmue and Sonic Adventure 2 and stuff like that. And even the Echo the Dolphin 64 game on there, which has such an interesting story. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this tier list. I mean, I feel like I agree with my choices. I'm definitely going to get around to a bunch of these N64 games I haven't played or put on here. And most of the games I didn't play were mostly just like, you know, the NHL, the Maddens, Like, because the thing is, I'm a person that does play a lot of sports games, but I didn't play any of them from the N64 era. But I feel like if I did play them, they would be great. They would be fun. So, I'm definitely gonna get around to a lot of these games at some point. But yeah, that is my N64 tier list. If you want, I'm gonna put it right here so you can see all the games I ranked from S to F. What do you guys think? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a like down below, drop a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content videos coming your way. And by the way, I am announcing right now that next weekend we are going to be live streaming on the YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a like down below, drop a comment down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content and videos coming your way. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.